Yeah, I just went to ruins.
Yeah, but the castle is still in the village.
We were told to be wary of a dark forest.
Yeah.
So, am I not supposed to be here? Am I supposed to find a castle?
I'm just
No,
letting
this
you...
doesn't look like a dark forest. This looks like every other freaking forest.
Yeah, remember when we found the teleporter? That was the dark forest.
If I need to go back, I'll go back and look for a castle.
I'm just letting you know, either you can do one or the other west, whichever you prefer.
Let me take care of the...
Oh, this is a new enemy. Giant hornet bee thing. Looks very DBZ-ish.
Maybe a little bit.
It's funny, because I played Chrono Trigger before I saw Dragon Ball Z.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably am one of the few people that, like... Or Dragon Ball, even. I'm probably one of the few people that saw that show for the first time. I was thinking to myself, oh my god, the animation's like Chrono Trigger! Or Akira Toriyama.
Yeah. Well, looking back, it's obvious. But, like, at the time, I don't think it dawned on me. Like, even though, like, Garlic Jr. looks exactly like one of those imps on the mountain. Oh my god!
Yeah, the mountain things.
Hey, who played Tobal #1 before Dragon Ball Z came here? Or became popular?
Nope, I don't think I did.
I actually watched Dragon Ball before I saw Dragon Ball Z. And then my brothers were watching Dragon Ball Z. And they were like, that show you watched, they have like another one, but it's cool. I was like, what the hell's wrong with the one I was fucking watching?
Yeah, I can vaguely remember being like maybe 95 or 96, waking up at like 5 in the morning to watch Ronin Warriors and Sailor Moon.
Oh yeah!
But for whatever reason, like, Dragon Ball was on instead, so I just watched that. But I think Dragon Ball was on like Fox 5, and Dragon Ball Z was on WPIX.
I think I watched it... It might have been like... I don't remember. I remember I watched it at 7 p.m. That's the only thing I remember is the time. I watched it at 7 p.m. It's like the last show that I would, you know, basically watch when I was like a kid. And I used to like sneak watch anime because I wasn't really allowed to watch shows in my house.
Yep, Sailor Moon I would wake up at like, I want to say 6 a.m. to watch on, well, in New York it was Channel 11, and I think it was called WPIX, which would later become the WB channel.
Ah, the WB!
Yep, and originally I wasn't waking up to watch Sailor Moon, I was waking up to watch Ronin Warriors. And then just when I woke up one morning, it wasn't on, and Sailor Moon was on.
I want to say the Sci-Fi Channel was maybe where I watched it.
Oh yeah, the Sci-Fi Channel definitely had them too. They had something called Animation Station.
Yes, that's what it was.
And I want to say they showed Speed Racer, Technoman, Gigantor, and Ronin Warriors.
I know later on they did like Cowboy Bebop and the Big O, and I remember watching the first few things that I ever saw that were like full anime movies was Vampire Hunter D.
Yep, I remember
Green
watching
Legend
that on
Ron.
That was a freaking weird one, wasn't it?
Green Legend Ron?
Yes, I watched that.
I actually enjoyed it. I liked it a lot when I was younger.
It's not that I liked it or disliked it. I just remember it being really weird. And I watched it on Cartoon Network when they had like I think it was like once a month or maybe like a couple of times a year they would do like an anime night.
Yeah, at like fucking some ridiculous time, like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember there was another one, Armitage.
Yep. And
Armitage
Twilight of the Cockroaches.
And there was a circus one.
Robot Carnival.
Robot Carnival, that's what it was.
Robot Carnival was awesome.
It wasn't like anything to do with a circus. I don't know. It probably just...
No, that's just what they called it because, like, between, like, the shorts, there would be, like, this giant machine that was supposed to be a carnival.
Ooh,
like, going through town.
Health.
And now you're back to full health.
You're lucky it's not active ATB. You would have died there. That thing was ready to hit you. It was not. It was no joke.
You know, I was lucky to actually see Ninja Scroll on TV.
I did not see Ninja Scroll. Like, I knew about Ninja Scroll for years, and it's like one of those like go-to animes. But
That was Akira.
I didn't watch it until like I was in my 30s.
Really?
Yeah, like Ninja Scroll, I just never took the time to go watch it.
Well,
It kind of traumatized me as a kid.
Well, you
know,
can
girl.
imagine. You can imagine the reaction I would have had first seeing it at the ripe age of 10.
Yeah, I'm with Topkun. I saw it at like probably anywhere between 8 and 10 years old.
All right, where do you want to go?
Navel, but you know, again, we're following the Dead Space logic.
Don't go the way they want you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a town.
Yeah, guys, Navel was up north.
Go ahead,
We're
Nat.
going here first.
This is Hippo Village.
Wait, out of the way! Move it! I'm never gonna get tired of that pushing animation.
I know. What is up with that?
What'll it be?
Just
What is he doing?
He's dancing.
Did I
got
have a
some
leg
red.
spike?
That thing's on sale, stranger.
Oh, look, we got a tip. Apparently, only 3 enemies can be on the screen, max.
All right, cool. We can use that to our advantage.
Yeah.
Use one.
Thank you, Draco.
Can you afford the vest?
Yeah, so you see how he's got like a dress and a hair ribbon? It's not like he could wear the dress or hair ribbon. That's if you happen to have the girl by now, right?
Yeah, actually, when you highlight an item in a shop, the face will pop up of who can use it.
Oh, okay. Look, even that looks like the bronze vest.
You'd never put on the wristband.
Oh. Well,
You don't?
well,
He never put it on.
the whole time I wasn't wearing this.
Oh, you mean you bought it and never wore it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Well,
okay.
now
this
you
is
know why
challenge
you
run.
almost died by the bumblebee wasp thing.
It's okay. Intentional challenge run. No wristband playthrough.
All right, there you go. Enemies will drop weapons and items, not weapons, but items and armor and stuff as well.
I'm gonna sit here and spoon my baby.
Good dog.
Just sell this.
She's
I'm
so
thinking-
wonderful.
You might as well. They're overalls. They're like, I think, the weakest armor in the game.
Unless I'm gonna get another character who wears overalls, which seems unlikely. Wait, should I hang on to that? I don't know.
Hello, Dire Squid. Welcome to the stream. You just wanted to stop in? Alrighty.
Well, since I never used it, you think they'd give me full price for never using it?
Nope. No second-hand lions.
Second-hand lions?
To the north is Gaia's Navel. Dwarves live there.
Oh, so we're going to the Willow Village.
No, those were like hobbits.
You're so adorable. I love you. Sorry.
I heard about the kingdom. It's too laid back here.
No second-hand lions.
Sleepy, sleepy, sleepy.
Back to the first one.
Alright, so to the guy's navel.
Dog.
Hey, are you looking at the dog? Biddy, you're all wrapped up in my wires, but I love you.
I still remember that chest shaking animation when it looked like he was bonking that kid's head.
Poor little kid.
Yes, so wonderful. You're so silly. Oh my god, you just sneezed in my mouth. Boy.
Ah, the joys of pet ownership.
I know, she's so wonderful though. Who could have a better boss? I was just trying to watch the game. Bibby, I think that'll strain your head. There you go. There, you can watch on my lap.
Yeah, wait for the bee to get back up, and then you can whack it for full damage.
She's really into watching the game. Must be good.
Your dog has good taste.
Yeah, she hasn't taken her eyes off it for like a whole 60 seconds. You know they got short-term memory. Or attention span or whatever.
There you go, 14 GP.
Have you been charging?
Yeah, it's just I'm hitting him in frames where it takes less damage. Like I'm hitting him while it's still down, and you gotta wait for it to stand back up for full damage.
You get used to it.
This chest.
Trying to get myself comfortable without making too much noise. I'm only making it worse.
I was about to say those treasure chests remind me of the mimics from Final Fantasy. I guess.
Well, some of them
Right?
Some of them will be monsters.
Oh, the treasure chest in this?
Yep.
Wait, the way he shakes them and like decides to just throw it violently on the floor. It's like he's expecting something to explode in it and he doesn't want to be near it. Yeah, she's so wonderful, isn't she?
Good doggy.
And we'll have consistent Bibby cameos. I'm just sitting here playing with her arms right now. Oh, that better not be a Tiki. Bibby, is that yet another mole? Bibby's exercising.
Bibby is your co-host.
She is. She can't help it. She needs to be in the camera. And I love playing with her when she's around. But I think she's only here behaving herself because she wants these veggie straws.
Probably.
I don't think you'd like them. You wouldn't like them, Bibby.
Doesn't matter, she's a dog. She wants to eat food.
No, she's more than a dog. She's a manimal.
Alfie? You got a dog too, Madrix?
Really? And he's just as wonderful and manimal-like like my Bibbles? Because I can squeeze her as hard as I want to. And she just yawns like it's boring. My hugs are boring, Bibble? I don't know what licks mean.
It means you're delicious.
Delicious!
Cha-cha-cha-cha.
Oh my god, Bibby! She's
Dachshund.
sneezing and sniffling. She's trying to that's it.
I love hound dogs. I have a little dachshund here I take care of. He's not mine, but I just help take care of him.
Yeah, I gotta go down.
Yeah, you were going the right way.
I didn't.
Actually, I think if you keep going to the right, there's a like a little extra area. No, I guess not.
Sorry, Bibby difficulties. Are we off? No, we're on.
You and your dog.
Rip my headset right off.
Freaking animal.
It's because she loves me. She just wants all my attention and veggies.
Well, it's true. They want love and food.
So, does this have the same sort of thing in Secret of Mana, like where you sometimes get
Where you sometimes
like,
get a what?
Like piles on the ground that have like special items? Like, do you need special items to cast spells in this?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Eventually, you're going to learn spells from different, like, elemental spirits. And the other characters will have MP, and one of them will cast defensive spells, and the other one will cast offensive spells. But the boy here will never learn any magic.
Really?
Yep. But then they tell
So
him
he's
something like...
just, tanky beat him.
Yep. Although someone is literally going to say, you have the Sword of Mana. What do you need magic for?
Why, he complains about it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny as hell.
Look, it's Neko.
Oh, you. I should kill you right now.
Wow. Nice to meet you in a strange place. Need anything?
Alright, how much you want to rob me
Wow,
for?
busy travelers. I'll even save the game.
Yeah, I have to say Secret of Evermore definitely had a unique magic system.
Yeah, there's probably some PC games. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. There are probably PC games that work like that.
Yeah, maybe. I do know you get, like, but even then, all the times that you get items, they don't end up falling into magic. It falls into, like, alchemy in other video games. Like, you make potions with items that you'll find off of monsters, and... I know Skyrim and Elder Scrolls thing kind of had that basis.
Well, I only ever played one Elder Scroll game, and that was Daggerfall, which I think was the second one.
Rabbi Pack. I wonder if I need that.
Well, you can't use it. See how your portrait doesn't pop there in the middle?
If I can equip it or not, I see.
Oh, you wanted to wear the ribbon? Be a man?
And the manliest ribbon.
I mean, I guess there's no harm in buying it ahead. It's not like we are gonna get the other characters, right?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
Oh, well, unless they're wearing that from the start when you meet them.
Yeah, and then you end up wasting the money again.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm worried about.
Like those overalls.
That was a problem in Secret of Evermore. That's why I was asking earlier if this game, like, is there a purpose to the shop system? Because a lot of times there might not be. Because you end up just finding them like as soon as you buy them. So, do we get different weapons also as sub-characters?
Oh yeah, we're going to get several different weapons during the course of the game. And everybody can use them, though.
Oh, everybody can use them?
Yeah.
So, like, if, your character comes in and you're playing the pixie guy, then you could use a spear, because you got the spear?
Yep.
Should we be equipping the spear right now?
That's up to,
like,
well, that's something we should probably start to think about. Is over the course of the game, we're going to find, I think, like 8 weapons.
Yeah, we gotta level them, don't we?
Yeah, and everybody can use them.
This is armor. I guess you would have to go to level?
Now this just shows you the level and the name of the weapon.
Wow.
Let's see, where is it? I think it's a different button that you press.
Oh, wait, I got pressed down, don't I? Wait, no.
No, that just ciphers through the armor.
Yeah.
There should be a thing for the weapons. I thought it would have been the screen that you were just on.
Press, instead of X, press Y, or instead of Y, press X.
X didn't do anything.
No.
Oh, hit up or down here.
That might be it.
On that screen?
There we go.
Cool. Wow.
Alright,
There you go.
now before you start using it, you can see it's 1 point stronger, and everybody can use the same weapons, provided you're not already using it. Like if we get the pixie can, well actually it's the sprite, but same idea. We could both use the sword. We can't use it at the same time though. And the more people that level up with a weapon, the longer it takes to level up with those weapons. Now, I may not be explaining that quite right.
So if you end up using... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, like, for example, if you take a look at the level of a weapon, it tells you how many points you need to get it to the next level. I think it's like 100 points for each level. But I swear I remember in the back of my head that if, like, everybody was leveling up with a sword, that number changes eventually from 100 to 1,000.
Oh, so like, what do you suggest? I should just keep leveling the sword up?
Well, you can't level the sword up anymore at all. What I'm suggesting is we should pick like 3 weapons or 4 weapons that are specifically just for those characters.
Oh, so no harm in using the spear right now?
No harm. But like, for example, maybe we'll just say only Topkun uses the sword and the spear, for example. The girl will come in with her own weapon, and maybe she only uses that weapon. The sprite will come in with his own weapon, and only he uses that weapon. So that way it doesn't become more expensive to level up.
Well, I was about to say, if he levels up the spear, say we decide that you're going to have the pixie use the spear. Now, does it start out at the level that Topkun already leveled it at?
Nope, each character is going to have to level up their weapons on their own.
Oh, okay. But you're saying once it's leveled up for a specific character, that it's going to be harder and harder if characters are actually using
Yeah, the
that
more
weapon
characters
also?
who level up with a weapon, the longer it takes to level that weapon up. So, like, if the boy exclusively uses the spear, it's going to be something like 100 points for each level. But if all 3 of them start using the spear, it's going to eventually be 1,000 points or something like that for them each to gain a level. Now, at the same point, I could be completely out of my mind and absolutely wrong about that, and it's just me misremembering something.
Draco Whale, do you know if this is in fact true?
So my suggestion is just that we pick weapons that are just for those characters to use. So, like, for example, only Topkun will use the sword and the spear. And then when we get the sprite, I think the sprite comes with a boomerang. So only the sprite will use the boomerang.
Okay.
And I think the girl comes with knuckles, like a brass knuckles. So, like, only she'll use the brass knuckles.
But we get other weapons throughout the game, like guns or whips or chains or, you know, morning stars.
I definitely remember a bow and arrow, a whip, an axe. There you go, kaboom, kaboom.
Well, yeah, I look forward to that happening more often. But yeah, definitely we're gonna get a whip from what I've read.
And different weapons have different uses. Like you saw, the sword was for cutting down, you know, grass and bushes. I think the axe is for smashing rocks and logs. Some weapons can go through walls or be fired. Like, eventually you'll be able to charge up the spear and you'll throw it across the screen.
Okay.
I think things like... I think some of the ranged weapons can even hit, like, what do you call them? Buttons and panels and stuff.
So, Draco Whale's fact-checking the 100 to 1,000 thing. And he says it should be a good idea to stick to focusing on 2 weapons, usually a melee and for each character.
Yeah, like it's probably a good idea for every character to have a ranged weapon they can use. Because there will be some enemies that we can't get near, so we'll just have to shoot at them.
But yet this flying bat we can attack with a melee.
Well, we get close enough.
What does balloon do?
That's kind of like paralyze. You're just kind of stuck there.
Oh. That's an interesting paralyze. Are they afraid of being too cliche and copying people? Just saying shock or...
Well, you got stuff like you're unconscious or you're asleep. And then you have balloon, which kind of holds you in place.
Yeah, but I'm thinking of like Squaresoft, like how they had. What was it that they would say sometimes if you died, you swooned?
Yeah.
Like, swoon just kind of means you fainted.
Yep.
It doesn't mean like you're dead or the game is over or anything like that. And we are playing a Squaresoft game, so I'm
Yes.
just wondering if they just want like wording for every game to try and be different.
Well, it may have been. It's probably different teams were working on different games, and you know, each team had their own ideas of what should and shouldn't be.
I guess they didn't want to be RE and say, you have died.
Mm.
It just sounds so permanent. It's like, ah, fuck, I'm dead. I can't play this game anymore.
You and your friends are dead. Game over.
I know, right? Oh, so...
So
Well,
what's up?
actually, I probably... No, I already know. So why you ask it? I was gonna say, if you're playing or I'm playing, like, all three of us will
Go
be on the
check at the
screen
very
at
top.
once?
Yeah, all three of us will be on the screen.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's.
Oh, that's a weird skull in the wall. Was that the secret door?
Kinda.
That's like a skull medallion from the Goonies that you turned and made the wall crush your hand.
I love it. I think of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom when he reaches his hand inside that hole. And like,
Kalima.
Kalima, Destiny. And like, he goes and reaches his hand in, and like, all those insects were in there. And for the longest time, I had such a hard, you know, thought processing behind it. Like, I don't know, even if it was life or death, it would be really hard for me to stick my hand in that hole. Like, the bugs really would be a deterrent for saving my own life.
Yes.
I'm like, that is an amazing trap. I'm like, because it's like psychologically you could beat through it. Oh, we got a lot of stuff here from Draco. Well, okay. Killing an enemy will give you 9 weapon level experience points to whoever dealt the last blow. 100 points will bring the weapon to its next level, with the maximum being based on how many orbs you've gotten for that weapon. If the killer's level is 2 or more higher than the enemy they killed, they received half the experience points rounded down. Everyone else in the party will receive half the experience they would have gotten for the same kill for their current weapon rounded down. So
depending on what level your weapon is, will determine how much experience you're getting for each kill.
Well, it says if the killer's level is 2 or more higher than the enemy they killed, they receive half the experience. What the hell was that?
You got magic rope.
Oh, okay.
Magic rope will let you escape dungeons.
Oh, cool. So, and then it says everyone else in the party will receive half the experience they would have gotten for the same kill for their current weapon rounded down. So it doesn't really say anything, though, about whether or not the weapon level, well, that it would be harder to level the weapon if other characters use it. This is just saying that if your weapon level is already so many levels higher than the creature that you killed, that you're not getting nearly as much experience.
Yeah. So we don't know for sure yet whether I'm insane or I actually have that right.
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't really, Oh, yeah, but that wasn't really the question, Brendan. It was, whether or not, if more than one character is leveling up a weapon, whether it ends up becoming harder and more difficult to level up the weapon, because more characters are using it.
Oh, I am getting really tired of these things.
Yeah, they're not fun to deal with.
Brendan says he doesn't see anything about that.
Well, then it's very possible that I'm just, insane.
And they poisoned me. Yeah, these things can eat shit.
Maybe we should just pick one weapon you know, maybe a weapon we're not going to use too often, and experiment, and just let everybody use that weapon and see what happens.
Yeah. Although some of us just might, because it's not a good weapon, use it that often.
That's true.
Damn, these jellies suck.
Well, I don't know. Like,
it would be hard to detail that fact.
I'm just gonna probably mostly learn the hard way. Like the first time I played Silent Hill, when I was like near the end of the game and I accidentally passed a map.
Yeah, but that's kind of the fun of these games is to just play them and see what happens. You shouldn't be trying to get a perfect playthrough the first time through.
Yeah.
Just play the game, have fun, and see what happens.
Yeah, you seen that. It was like that time when the whole place was dark around the time, and I completely skipped the map, so I was like completely blind throughout the whole game.
Yep, I think that was the lake view.
That was awful.
Well, I was about
I don't know how I finished that.
Finish what?
the original Silent Hill.
Oh. I haven't played it for so long. You know, I just found the PlayStation disc. I should do that. I can't find my... Oh, wait, I can play it on my PlayStation.
Silent Hill is so good.
Yeah, I mean, I still think the PlayStation 2 is one of the best systems.
Because it is. In terms of game library, it was fantastic. Not just a lot of the PS2 games were great. You could also play all those really great PS1 games.
Yeah, and I think Sony back then used to actually care about the people who bought the systems. You know, like they wanted you to come back. I mean, in all honesty, if they came out with a system that played PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 4 games, everybody who owns
oh my god, I can only imagine.
Would buy it.
People would go nuts.
People would go nuts. That's
Honestly,
it. I'm gonna have to make a console.
The PS3, Xbox 360, and Wii generation. That was so disappointing.
Yeah, I like the physical copies. I don't like the downloading onto my freaking system games that I technically already own, but I can't play it because I'm gonna have to sit there and hook up a whole nother system that would probably only be used for that one game and then not be used for another year.
Well, I'm talking more about the hardware. The failure rate on the 360 was like comically bad. Like, my goodness. Although they eventually fixed it with the slim model. I swear to God, we would have people, when I worked at Play and Trade, we'd have people almost every day bringing in like 4 or 5, you know, Xbox 360s to get repaired. Because they always got the red ring. And even the PS3 had like huge failure issues. I think they called that one the yellow ring.
The yellow light of death.
Yeah. Now, it wasn't nearly as high as, like, the Xbox. I swear to God, we would get, like, 5 or 6 Xbox every week. We'd maybe get, like, 5 or 6 PS3s every month. And every once in a while, we got Wii's in that need to be repaired, too.
Yeah, I had to repair my Wii once, and friggin' the place I took it to stole it.
Oh, lovely.
I think it's because I had so many games on it. That was probably my bad. But the one thing that sucked about Nintendo, and that really pissed me off, was that when my Wii was stolen, and they gave me somebody else's Wii, now the Wii that was stolen from me had 22 games on it.
Wow.
And I paid full price for each and every single one of those games. It's not like the Nintendo shop had any deals or anything like that. And the system that they gave to me only had 3 games on it. It had Super Mario 2, Super Mario 3, and the original Mario Bros. Oh, and some game called Cruise Country USA or some shit.
Cruising USA.
Yeah, that one. And friggin', I mean, but like the original Nintendo that I had, it had like, you know, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 3, Dungeon Explorers, Secret of Mana, friggin', I mean, like, Shining Force 1, Shining Force 2. I mean, I had every single friggin' game that was like, you know, RPG, action, adventure, Super Metroid, Castlevania 1, 2, 3. You know, it really upset me when I lost that friggin' system.
Well, rightfully so, but I'm kind of surprised Nintendo didn't work with you to, like, restore all those games, like, get them reconnected to your account.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing, is Nintendo doesn't really have an account. It's downloaded to that specific system. And that's why I couldn't, you know, get those games back, because it's not like you make an account and, you know, no, when you buy a game, it's downloaded on the system, the ROM is downloaded onto that specific system, and you can't get it back. And that's another thing that pissed me off. So that means that if I bought the ROM from
Check the top
directly
there,
Nintendo,
yes.
should I not have the right to be able to play those ROMs on my PC? Because I legally bought them from the company with the original copyrights.
Check the top, West.
Where am I going?
Up. The top of the screen.
Nintendo fixed that,
Oh,
you think?
Oh, another one of those skulls I can't see.
Do you really want to fall down that? Are we supposed to fall down that?
There you go.
Uh-oh.